Hey Dreamers, this is Jacked Up Plays, and today we're going to discuss the 2.52 update from Media Molecule released on Dreams. If you have not downloaded that, you should download it right now because there are some cool features. It's not a big update, but it's a small one, and right before the end of the year. Was not expecting this to happen though. I think more people were not expecting maybe that this was update coming out so soon. Like I said, it's not a big update, but I think they're like a cool one still. Very needy also ones. And today we're going to talk about text color and text size. Now you think like, but that was already possible, right? Well, not actually. Like normally if you had like text in a text field, you couldn't really do like or not like an official way, so to say, not an official way to make text in a certain color and also resize it in the same text box. You normally had to do like or make different text gadgets for this to do that, or other ways to get around with this. But now we can actually like size the text and make different colors in the same text field. Wow, right? So that's awesome. Now we're going to do like a little bit of like a tips and thoughts about this update. It's the first time I'm looking at it, so that's what this purpose is of this video. It's not a tutorial. I want to make this as a disclaimer still, because like it's not a tutorial. You can maybe see it as a tutorial because like I'm showing together, like we're going to show and watch together this update, how it's unfold, and also giving my thoughts about it and some tips maybe eventually if it's needed. So let's see what this update is all about. It is in the text gadget, so let's open the text gadget, of course. So we're going into of course gadgets, and then go move for outputs, and then we have your text displayer, and there we go. So this is like a normal text display, so we can like type anything we want, right? So like we can say this green is tiny compared to the big blue one. I don't know, I'm probably not like a correct English sentence, but but I wanted to show you a little bit of like how this works. So this is like a normal text that you normally put in, right? And like if you have like something to say, or if you want to like have a I don't know, like have a certain like a title of your game, or or like a music title, or it could be anything, right? So normally you can like only type this, but we cannot say, well, for example, I want the word green to be blue or green, or I want to have that the word tiny is maybe a little bit bigger than the rest of the text, right? You couldn't really do that unless we have to have another displayer, or like another text displayer, and then like make the word tiny a little bit more bigger and or smaller, and solve that issue. The only thing is that you need another text gadget, and every additional text gadget is one too many, in my opinion. Like lesser is always better to have, and I think this is a super welcoming update. Not a big one, but I really love to see these small updates because these ones are so nice to have. Also with the other updates are in this update, not big ones, but super welcoming to have. And so we're going to show you how this is working with the text, right? So I'm not going to explain every code that you can do, because that's like, yeah, that will take forever. I will show the link to the document for Media Molecule where you have all the codes that you can use, but I will just like show in this video a little bit of like what you can do with it, right? So if we're going back into the text field, we can change things like, but we need to write a code before and after the text. So for example, if we say this green and we want to make it, for example, blue, I don't know. So, I know I'm random, right? Like it's Jack to play. So, let's make it, I don't know. Let's make it blue. So we type in blue. That's not how you type blue, Jacta. Wow, I cannot type blue. Close down, right? And then after the word green, we're going to do the same, but then we're going to close it. If you have done HTML coding before in your life, or if you make websites before in your life, there are some codes look very similar to this. So you're probably already going to recognize some of this. So you're going to close it down with arrow. I don't know how to spell this. Arrow slash, and then name the word again. So blue in this case. So blue, and then we need to close it down. So now that if we did it right, oh, we did not do it right. Wait, is blue not the right? Oh my gosh, here we go again. Or do we need to say? Am I forgetting something? Probably forgetting something. Let me see. It's, like I said, it's like it's a very new one to me. I think we need to say color first. Otherwise, it doesn't maybe know what it is. So color. I'll do it in the English way. Color is where's the is sign here? Color is, and then it's a little bit longer code. I think this, and then close it again. Like that. There we go. That worked. And we need to close it down with only the word color. So close it down with color. I will do it again if it was a little bit messy. So my mistake. There you go. So now the text green is blue, right? So, but we write the code in it. It's really nice, like features like this. But for example, I will do it again, but now we're going to do it for the word blue, and we're going to make it green. So we do it again. We're going to have like a smaller sign. I don't know how you call it in English. Let me know in the comments. How do you call this in English? We have like we call it smaller than. So smaller than, and then we're going to say color. Let me know if it. Let me see if I can also do it in the American way. So color, and I don't know if that's actually working. So color, and then is, and then those things. Where is it? Here. Those two marks. Let me know in the comments, guys. I mean, like, I never talk about this stuff in English, so I don't know. And you're probably already aware English is not my main language. So colors, and then like those two hooks signs, and then the word blue, right? Because like we need to have this in green. Sorry, so we need to type in the word green because the word blue is going to be green. I know it's confusing, but I thought it was funny. So green, and then we're going to close it down again with those two hooks. And before we do that, we also need to make an bigger than sign, and now it's green. And if you press done, so now we have this green is tiny compared to big blue, right? It's not really like the great sentence, by the way, but it's but I hope you get the idea, right? And now what is really cool about this, which we couldn't do before as well, so if you go back into the text fields, I want to have this word tiny, make it bigger. So but we need a different code for that. I need to see what that code is real quickly. I don't know if this is going to work. So if I say like this, let me see. So size, so smaller than the word size. So we need to tell the size, right? And now it's like the size is, because we need to tell the code what type of, like how big the size is going to be. Let's say 10 for this example. So we type in 10, and then we close it down. Or let's do 80, and then close it down with the bigger than sign. right? But now you can see that like this green is tiny compared to the big blue, but we didn't told where it needs to stop the big part of the text, right? We didn't told it. We only told the code that everything after this code needs to be big, but we don't want that, so we have to go back in the text. I only want to have the word tiny big, so we're going behind the word tiny. I know it's maybe a little bit like for people that want to do this with like have like more options to do this. I know like it can be a lot of like typing the code. I would recommend you to plug in your keyboard on your PlayStation, or if you are on a PC using remote play, which I do, but sadly that does not it still works, but you can't like copy paste anymore, but you can still copy paste in dreams.me if you want that. But yeah, typing with a controller takes a little bit more time, so I recommend you to use a keyboard. But I'm just using a controller right now to just show you how that works with a controller. So now we need to close it down again. So we're going to close down with the smaller sign, the smaller arrow, and we're going to name it size again. So size, slash, we forgot the slash. So slash, sorry, my mistake. And then size, the word size. And there we go. It already closed down automatically for some reason. But that's it. And then done. And now the only word tiny is now big. So this, yeah, that's weird. Wait a minute. I think I have a bug right now. It already was closing down for some reason. That's weird. That's weird. Let me do that again. Let me close this already. That was a really weird bug. He was already closing it for me automatically. So let's close this first and say size. That was really weird. But here, they're doing it again. Oh, Minimalcube, can you fix this, please? Because now I don't know what's going on right now. How can we like close this without okay, wait, I have maybe an idea. What if we're typing it the other way around? So here we're going to call it size. Right, and then we're going to slowly... We're going to type it backwards. This is definitely a bug. I think this is a bug. There you go. So now I'm 100% sure that that is like... should work right now. So slash, and then we say... size, and size was 80, and then the word tiny. There you go. And I really don't know where the blue went, so let me do that again. That's not working. Why is it not working? Okay, here, there we go. Wait, this is not going well. Let me do it again. No, you know what? Let me not do it again. We can just like go back. I don't know what's going on right now. All right. What I'm going to do, I'm already going to type it backwards. I think maybe this is like a little bit of a bug that they really need to patch out. So here we have size, and then slash, and then now we're going to close it. Oh, huh? My mistake. Like so. It's not really... Wait, what is going on right now? What is going on? Let me do it different then. Because, like, I really want to keep the blue, of course. So here we're going to type in... or here we're going to close it. So, size. I think maybe they need to recheck this. Unless I'm doing something wrong, but... and then close it down again. Right, so now it works. So if I now type... this green is tiny... I kind of wish you could see the code still. This is why I would recommend you to to use a keyboard for this and make sure you're typing it correctly in the first try. Like you have to make sure that you are like not in the code itself still, even though you don't see the code anymore. But you are, if you're like you still selected sort of, you need to make sure you're after it, and then type in the word again. Compared. The screen is tiny compared to the blue. There you go. Took me a little bit, but that's how it works. I must say, like it's not really user friendly. That's my thought about this so far. I think it could be a little bit like easier, maybe autofill it. For example, not fill as in error, but I mean like filling, the word FELL, autofill, or maybe like having a selection of different commands that you want to have. Like if you type a certain command, that like it automatically fills in or shows a row of like the command of the list, and then you can choose from it which one fits the best. I know it's maybe a little bit more work to do that, but that will maybe speed up a little bit of this process. It's not. I'm not really feeling. I'm not really feeling like I am doing like faster processing. Although it works, so it I mean, like, I'm not saying that this update is not like welcoming. Like I do like this update, and I think I'm definitely going to use this, especially for like titles, to make really quick titles in games or in creations. But to be honest, I think this can be a little bit more polished in the future. So far, I think like the thing that are working is great, but as you saw, there are still some really weirdness going on. Like if you want to close it, it already closed it automatically, and you didn't even type in like the last part of the code yet, and it already closes it, which is, in my opinion, a little bit annoying. And the time that I've been using to recorrect that and refix that, I could basically make 2 text gadgets, and I was like, already done. So I really hope that Minimalki can maybe look into this a little bit better and to make it a little bit more, more tidier with the coding. And I think that if they fix the auto correct without like that you have to like go into the code itself again, if they can fix that, like that little error there, I think that will be it's a nice update. Let me know in the comments, did you encounter something like this as well, if you were like doing this in the text field, or are you like super like, oh no, this is super great and I'm already doing it right now? Let me know in the comments. Like there are no wrong answers or wrong questions. Like I said, this is a video about my first tips and thoughts, and I think I gave my thoughts and tips as well. So yeah, more tips to Minimalki this time, but I really want to see this update a little bit more polished, in my opinion. I like that they did this, because like there was an update that I think this should already been there in the beginning of Dreams. If I have to be honest, this was an update that should have been already on the release date of Dreams. But the fact that they finally added it into Dreams, I think it's a very welcome update in general. But I do still think that it needs a little bit more polishing on the coding side, to make it a little bit more user friendly. Because like Dreams is already like a big ocean, and if you're going to make it too complex with coding and auto-filling coding, and like if code not, the thing with coding, it can be very tricky, because like one thing can be messed up with everything, and there's always like a little bit of like the downside of coding in text. If you're I did websites in the past, build website in the past, so I know how painful it can be to do HTML coding with like if there's like one slash not working or it's like one slash not in the right place, you mess up the whole basically spreadsheet or like the whole website in general. It's not a fun job. That's why I quit that stuff. That's why I became a designer, not like a website designer. But yeah, so I've as an like an designer looking eye, I think that this still needs to like polish here and there. That's my opinion. That's my thoughts about this. But overall, I think it's a great update, and I think that many dreamers in the Dreamiverse, I think that they really would love this update as well. I've seen people using a lot of like different like sizes in the text and logos, and I think that this is already the right step in the right, a good step in the right direction. Minimal cute should already have been at the release date. But it's here, so we should be happy that it's here, right? We should not never look at the horse mouth. I'm not sure if that makes any sense in English, but it's a saying here in the Netherlands. Never look at the gifted horse. So yeah, we should be happy that they gave this update, and like I said, it's a nice update, but I do still think it needs some tweaking here or there. Thank you so much for watching, and let me know in the comments, what do you guys think about this update? Is it like something you are going to use much or not? Let me know in the comments. See you next time, and as always, don't forget to dream, everybody. Bye bye.